locations right away, oftentimes, some of the trollier spots, and we're off.
Indeed, we're seeing that split start here. We've got Roach and Etium are going to Link's house, so Daaanty and Duke are going to be at Sanctuary, so we got to check here on the map. Really, Crystal's at the two palaces, Eastern and Desert, and Tower Para is going to have our green pendant.
Green pendant already. That's always nice to find early. And we got blue mail at Link's house. That's just nice.
Definitely, it's always a nice utility item to find early when you have only 3 hearts. Like a pull prize, looks like it's going to be small magic pots.
Looks like the runs are following more or less the same pace of each other, with one heading up to Lumberjack and one in Uncle. Not much back there, though. Just a piece of heart and 20 rubies.
Indeed, Daaanty going to be the first to get in the Lumberjack ledge. Let's see if we can spot what is on the ledge. It's going to be a piece of heart.
Ag 1 will be required because this is all dungeons, but it won't be needed early. The ideal is to get it the very last dungeon, so you get plunked right on top of Ganon.
Oh, and just to correct here, I got distracted for a moment, but just to make a small correction on the scoring here, it is both runners have to complete the race, and its average time between the two runners will be what determines the winner. So,
beautiful. That was my bad.
It's all right. Usually it means that the first team to finish 2 is going to win, but it's not always the case.
Not a lot in the Lost Woods today. Oh, well, we found I believe that was a sword on the race game. Yeah, first sword found already.
That'll be nice. Roach is going to go get that, and of course we'll be communicating to Duke that that's where that's at, and Etium is doing the same to Daaanty in just a moment here. And it looks like both our teams are going to be converging into Kakariko. Will be interesting to see if somebody saves and quits out of here and goes and checks some other stuff.
Yeah.
I would say unless there's like a really important item showing up here in Kakariko that you're going to want to get before. Oh, there's the other.
Here we go.
Armor.
That's a very early red mail.
Flute, yeah, I think probably we'll see everybody go up and get that flute. Just save some time.
Convenient spot for the flute anytime it's in Kakariko Village. That blind's just being very generous today. That's super nice.
Got a bottle up there on the library shelf. 50 rupees hanging out in the back of the tavern.
And under the well, big piece of heart. The hammer in the back. Just 20 rupees in the chicken hut. And the shovel.
That could lead to something. But yeah, with the hammer and the flute here in Kakariko, I think we'll absolutely see everybody go and get those items.
For sure. I can't imagine anyone's going to be skipping Kakariko at this point.
Yeah, just a ton of utility up there. So you know, it's not worth it to skip it and go check like Mini Moldorm Cave or something just to have to come back. So Lagoon in chat is asking these co-op races, who's on whose team. Split it right down the middle of your screen. Left side is going to be Titansmiths, Daaanty and Etium are running for them. On the right side, the Immortals, we have Roach and Duke are running for them.
Yes, left side versus right side.
So one of the interesting things about this is because these items are in Kakariko, we're kind of seeing everybody do the same thing. And nobody's got an advantage over the other one right now.
Nope, not a huge amount of divergence yet. I expect it to happen very shortly once Kakariko gets all cleared out and those flutes all get activated. There's a big open world ready to be explored.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be shocked to see some people go to South of Hyrule. Wouldn't be shocked to see some people go to Eastern Palace. A lot of options here.
Three flutes being activated at the exact same time. You don't see that often.
Triple swag, yo.
Alright, Roach heading home. Looks like he's going to Eastern.
And we're seeing those triple flutes actually go ahead and do that. And we are seeing a small bit of divergence here. Duke's going to check the dig spot.
I was wondering if anyone would grab that dig spot right now. I like to see it pulled early. With a shovel that early, you gotta expect something to be there. Oh, Daanty's doing the same thing.
Yep. Meanwhile, Etium and Roach are going to be going up to Eastern Palace. Checking the hospital.
There's the gloves in the shovel spot.
It's a good call, Aid. He made a very good call there. Just like, there's got to be something there early. And sure enough, it's the gloves. And that's going to open up a whole nice chunk of the world.
That's big. We are just Moon Pearl away from Go Mode. And that was Silver's in Sahasrara's HUD too. So when we find the bow, it'll be one-shot everything.
Yeah, I just need that Moon Pearl to get to Dark World now. And that's going to open up a lot too. And the mirror. Well, actually, we don't need the mirror if we're not coming back from the Dark World, but the mirror's nice to have.
It's always nice.
Bit of soggy money there. Daaanty pulling that, and Duke's going to find the same thing. And now we're going to see Mini Moldorm Cave as Etium and Roach kind of follow one another into Eastern Palace here, about a room apart.
Yeah, Duke picking up the cash as well, and we get our first Mini Moldorm check. Blueberries, 40 bucks. Oh, the magic powder, that's always nice to find. And then 10 arrows. No need to fake mushroom today.
Nope, but that does mean that Magic Bat's open.
That's true. Now that we've got that hammer. Daanty's heading straight to Ice Rod Cave. And Duke doing the same thing.
Got Roach and Etium. We're in the same room for just a moment. Just to get those. There's the Moon Pearl.
Moon, Pearl, and Eastern.
Alright, so Dark World's opened up now, but without the the way back.
The Eastern hint was that there is the Swamp Owl's Big Key and a compass on West Side Swamp, so maybe skippable.
Maybe.
Most likely not. You don't want to strand that chest.
Yeah, the big bummer there would be if there's a necessary item in the big chest, you'd have to go to the west side. Otherwise, you could skip it. And we are seeing Daaanty go ahead and go to the bat. Getting bombs or shovel.
Not a lot.
Well, sometimes the seed does kind of throw in those red herring hints where it leads you a little bit astray. You think it's got to be the progression path, but nope.
etium took some damage there. He's gonna grab the hearts before doing the little glitch. And we got flippers in the vanilla big chest big key location. But etium is gonna have to do this room the old-fashioned way.
Yep. So Roach will take the lead in this Eastern Palace dance, as etium will follow in step. Of course, the last enemy drops a heart. Why not?
Naturally.
So we're getting two double.
And Roach has the bow. I totally missed that. And it looks like etium has two. Dang, they must have been... Where was the bow? Oh, Bottle Merchant had bow.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Awesome.
That was the. I was gonna say it's got to be the one place I miss seeing on all their screens, and that would be the one. Yeah.
For sure. That's why we've got chat. We love you guys.
Yep, chat and tracking and all these wonderful things, because it's really hard to watch 4 different screens at once sometimes, even when they're all in the same place. Yeah, with the bow, and silvers, you may as well just go ahead and complete Eastern Palace and get whatever it is. That's the map, of course, but that's a crystal, so why not take it off the board right now?
Exactly. And we got our first true divergence with Daaanty hopping into Escape and DukeFireBird heading up Death Mountain to find Ether.
Could be important. He's gonna get a hint out of this too, so...
Some cash is in Hype Cave. That's a pretty useless hint. So are 4 other things. Not a whole lot in Escape so far, though.
No. But yeah, with getting the silvers and already having the bow, you may as well go ahead and just do this dungeon, do the quick kill right now. So why not?
For sure.
I think Duke's gonna go ahead, and I think Daanty's gonna go do the sewer part of Escape, and Duke is looking like maybe he's gonna go up to Hyrule Castle, but not so much anymore. Maybe he's being told by Roach, like, hey, there's some good stuff here in Eastern Palace, go clear it out.
Yeah, it looks like he really wants those silvers and flippers. Not to mention the Moon Pearl.
Yep.
Not a lot in that back Escape. Big heart, which is always nice.
Roach is gonna check that back there now.
Yep. That's the thing with co-op seeds. You often get a few less hearts than usual just because, your partner's telling you, this is just a little heart piece. You can skip it. Meanwhile, you skip too many of them, you're going to go into Ganon with 8 hearts.
That's not fun, even with red mail. But you saw part of the advantage of playing in co-op there. Duke skipped the chest that had nothing in it, so saves a little bit of time there. Also, shout-outs to literally Jen for hopping in here and helping Fear track all these. So
poor Fear Agent. He's got some help now. We got our map check. We got pendants at Turtle Rock and Swamp, with red crystals at Ice Palace and Thieves Town.
Yep, we'll be going into all those dungeons anyways because it's all dungeon seed. But it's just nice to know, which ones you want to prioritize first for items and whatnot. Etium's going into Hype Cave. There's some cash in here. What more?
But there's also the hook shot.
Ooh! Whew. There's that cash. And some heart.
So much cash.
And some more cash.
And the Fisher Price shield. Link's first shield. Duke using some nice silver arrow strats in the skeleton room, and he gets his Moon Pearl.
Indeed. Hookshot, hammers, flippers, and sword. Well, actually, just hookshot hammers, flippers. That's enough for getting into Swamp Palace, but probably won't see them dive into that yet until they need to.
Yeah, there's a lot of the map left, and if you can skip Swamp as much as possible, it's a big old time save. Stumpy's just got arrows.
Dang
He
it,
chopped down his
Stumpy.
tree and turned them into wooden arrows for you.
Dang it, Stumpy, you let us down again. See you tomorrow. Digging game time. Roach and Etium are both doing digging game, so we'll see which one of them. Well, we know which one's going to find it first, unless there's some kind of like epic digging mistake here.
Yeah, Etium's $5 short.
Yeah.
And I guess he forgets that he has the shovel because he could have just dug around there and found it.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, he must have just realized he had 75 instead of 80. Oh, and it's 10 arrows. It's 10 arrows. Yeah.
Making the archery game look easy. For anyone who doesn't know, if you stand right beside the archery vendor and fire an arrow as soon as the Octorok reaches the second banner, it will always hit. It's super free. It looks hard, not hard at all. Duke putting that ether to use to freeze all the cash things? I cannot remember what those guys are called.
The noodly things?
The Squiggle Boys. Oh, but he takes a death.
No,
That's a hard dark room.
They have a proper name. I always call them pool noodles. Like, just a pile of pool noodles. Someone's gonna get.
And Daanty's taking a death in the same spot. Popos, thank you, Red.
Popos, yes.
Airmer. That's excellent. And Titan's mitts are on Eastside Death Mountain in Paradox Cave. That is a real convenient spot for those things to be.
We've seen Roach go ahead and take care of rest of Paradox Cave. We got heart piece, 10 arrows, a red potion. So maybe we go back. Maybe not yet, but eventually we'll go get Sick Kid. And bombs and the heart piece.
Yeah. Meanwhile, DukeFireBird checked Hobo, and it was just a heart. Yes, Fear Daaanty died in Eastern, as did Duke. We got our Village of Outcast checks coming up. Kane of Burn is in the chest game today. Well,
Nice.
that's a nice find.
It's a nice safety find. We'll make Laser Bridge easier should we need to go there later. And probably good odds that we will.
I did say burn it. It was Samaria. It was the other one.
Oh.
The good one.
The really good one.
Yeah. I just got too excited.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Well, Roach is going into Tower Para here. Etium going to open up that C-shaped chest and get 100 rupees out of it.
That's the ice rod in the locked room with Hera. That's nice to find. We're just getting all our Turtle Rock access right now, back to back. And the boots are in the sewers. They must be in the dark room, as that's the only one we haven't seen. We get to see our first look of Thieves Town today. And there's the fire rod!
And one of the nice things about this game mode, all dungeons, meaning that we will need both the fire rod and the ice rod. So even though it is going to be a pendant dungeon, it's going to be necessary to defeat Trinex. So we'll need to see that ice rod show up at some point here.
Yeah, we did see it. It's in the basement, the bottom of Hera, the first room.
Ah, well, we know where that is now. That's good. At least Roach knows where it is.
Very convenient. Duke checking out the Dark Death Mountain.
The other kind of fun thing about co-op mode too is that you can end up in no mode, but like nobody's even close to being in go mode because it's just everyone has different items and they're all running all over trying to collect everything.
Absolutely. The race that these two teams did earlier in the week, I believe no mode happened at about 40 minutes. It was incredibly quick. etium making great work of the Hellway there, taking no damage. Super Bunny Cave just holds a quarter heart and a big fat red ruby. Roach just about finishing up the dark sewers to get those boots. There they are.
What are those?
That's all the footwear we'll need for today.
Yep. So we have our full accoutrement of athletic sportswear.
Quake's in Hookshot Cave, as well as heart piece. I think it was 20 rupees, and another 20 rupees.
Yep.
And it's Ether for Turtle Rock, which means we've got everything we need to finish Turtle Rock already.
Right, we just don't have it on any one person yet. That's the problem.
I expect them to wait for Mire also, just to get Mimic Cave out of the way.
Yeah. I also wouldn't be
Not
surprised.
so fun to have to go back.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Turtle Rock last year, considering it's a pendant dungeon, and you really just want to go from there right into Ganon's Tower. It's kind of the most efficient route, but there's Master Sword.
Ooh. Second sword always helps. We got bombs for our stun prize today too.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have that option because there's an item that you need in Turtle Rock that you have to dip in 2 or even 3 times for to get it.
Not fun.
Nope.
And Bloomerang in the big chest of Thieves Town, while the Mire shed had nothing, and Sick Kid's just paying us for our troubles with a big 20 rupees.
Good old Sick Kid. Sasha saying, in before Mire and Mimic Cave, broken so completable seed unless this is all dungeons. Well, the good news is it's all dungeons, so it's not going to be there.
This is indeed all dungeons. I like the way you think, though.
Did Roach... It's one of those things, Fear's asking, did Roach not tell Duke about the boots? Maybe he might have told him, and it might just be a situation where Duke wants to check something else first, I guess.
Yeah, he may also be uncomfortable in the Dark Cross room.
It's a tough one, because it's not one that we usually get to practice as a runner, or usually get to see as a commentator. It's kind of awkward to walk through.
Yeah, it's a weird one. etium dipped into Thieves Town for his fire rod, and then took off.
Yeah. There's, I think what makes it more difficult, Dark Cross, is the fact that it's multiple rooms that are in the dark that you have to navigate, versus even a more complex dark room like the Pod Dark Maze. It's a big room, but it's just one room, so you just go in and go out.
Exactly. There's not a lot of back and forth on in the Dark Cross.
And Dark Cross, it's more linear, but there's like you have to remember where the door is. You can't really see where the door. And one of the nice things is that there's some platforms there where the water isn't, so you can kind of watch your sprite and watch, when you're in the water and when you're not in the water, and kind of figure out, okay, this is my relative position.
Speaking of the Pod Dark Room, we may get to see the Dark Maze. Or not see it, I guess. Tower of Hera big key, yes. We already knew Hera was firelocked, but there's the hint that confirms it. I don't think Daaanty and Etium knew that it was firelocked, so that's a nice little hint for them.
Great. They've not been up there yet, so they will not know that until now.
No, and that might keep them from getting their boots. As was pointed out in chat, the boots hint was in Hera. Etium taking an intentional death there just to warp back to the start. Roach and Duke both hopping into Thieves Town, and Duke's doing what Daaanty did, just grabbing the fire rod and taking off.
You might as well.
As pointed out in chat, Etium must have been practicing inverted, because he is doing 4-heart blind into 4-heart moth. Two things I would not wish on anyone.
Yeah, the good thing, at least, is that he's got the fire rod, and he's got the red mail, so that's going to help out a little bit.
Red mail's very, very helpful.
The thing about Moth is it's not a hard fight, except for the fact that the floor is moving, and the floor changes directions.
And
that
the
is the
spikes
only.
Come at you. Fight Mothula in any other room, easy peasy.
Yeah, it's the fun thing about Randomizers when you see Mothula just drop into another room. You're like, oh, this is like the easiest fight ever. A really good fight.
Oh, he handled that beautifully.
Yeah, getting that crystal.
And we got Daaanty going for the hammer jump here. Save some time having to do the dark room twice. But doesn't have the big key yet. It was just the compass, it looks like. Oof, and takes a rough death in the dark maze.
Yeah, that's always a rough one, because
Yeah.
you get spit out right back at the beginning and you got to walk all the way back there again to do it.
Not fun. Well, maybe this time he'll grab the key first. He'll have to go back through that anyways, once he gets it, so. There's a question in chat. Do moth hugs and other attacks do the same damage? I assume that's with red mail. No, red mail alters a lot of damage. The only things that do equal damage regardless of mail are things like spikes. Spikes will always do 1 heart of damage, no matter your mail.
And Gene Chomps. Also, for some odd reason, they're one of the few enemies in the game that does consistent damage across all males, I believe.
Oh, chain chomps. Thank the good lord that there's only 2 of them in the game.
Yep, 2 of them in the game, and they're in the exact same room.
Turning the lights on in this dark room. A big 20. Did Daaanty find the big key yet? It might be that last chest.
If it's the last chest in the dungeon, that's just cruel.
I think
the
it
last
is.
chest.
It's the one. Oh, he found the big key. Okay, thanks, Fear.
Okay, I was gonna say that would be like unnecessarily cruel. Like, yeah, the big key is in the last chest right before you have to bomb the wall.
Nope, just $20 in there. Roach making his way into Tower of Hera, and etium making his way up Death Mountain for the first time for the Titan's Mitts, and finds the Titan's Mitts. Cashola in the big chest, all that for $50.
That seems like a bad help wanted at the answer there.
I'd say so.
Meanwhile, Roach having a coffee break. Nope. What was having a coffee break? Now he's decided to step off. And
Now he's damage
he's
boosting
setting up
to get out.
Death warp, yeah. Setting up death warp now.
Absolutely. Not a bad call. It is a long trek back up to the Tower of Hera if you don't have your Mire. And Daaanty doing the same thing. Blowing himself up.
Meanwhile, Duke is taking on Blind. With one of my favorite quotes there from Blind as well.
Oh, I missed it.
Mire requires ether, quake, or bombos.
Nice.
Well, duh.
Good hint.
Indeed.
Perfectly executed fight from Duke. Nice job.
Just as a fun aside, that one throws off a lot of people when they're starting off as running this game, because they read ether and they read it as either. They put an I in there. And so they're like, oh, that's a hint that I need Quaker Bombas. So thank you, Blind. It's like, no, that's just messing with your mind.
And there's the Titan Mitts getting the hint about the boots.
Hurt containers in Mimic Cave, so that answers that question.
Yeah, that really would re-incentivize Turtle Rock.
I still think we'll probably see them kind of delay this a little bit, because they want to, if they can save Turtle Rock the last, they really want to save Turtle Rock the last just for routing's sake. But sometimes the seed doesn't cooperate, and you just got to go with what it gives you.
For sure.
Oh, no.
We know Bombos is required for Mire, and I think that's the only thing that could be on pedestal at this point.
Yep. So it's not gonna. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
I think
lamp,
you're right.
I guess, but lamp won't be required by these runners.
Right, and the game wouldn't put that into logic anyways. Because it assumes you're going to go into those dark rooms with the lamp.
Oh, right, there's dark rooms in Turtle Rock. You're absolutely correct.
Yep,
the big
Space
floaty,
Mountain.
Hallway thing. Space Mountain, I like that.
Yep. It's a roller coaster in the dark. Very quick story, I used to call it the basement roller coaster. So without the lamp, it was a basement roller coaster in the dark in Space Mountain. But
That's amazing.
yeah, seeing Duke here go ahead and complete the back half of Skull Woods. But yeah, I think our pet dreams are kind of coming to an end here. There might still be something useful on it, but it's not really going to be a required thing. Yeah, so Sasha pointing out that book could be on pedestal, and that is correct. Also pointing out that by that time they'd have Mire because they would need it to get into Swamp Palace. So
For sure, which makes the book a little less useful. Aristide, we do not know where Bombos is, just that it is required for Misery Mire.
correct.
You can do a nice job dodging the troll hugs.
Indeed, did not get thrown into the penalty box. A really nice fight as well. While we were watching Etium take care of Moldorm, Duke did a really nice job there on Mahila. And we are seeing Roach is gonna make the call to check out Turtle Rock.
I really like that call.
Yeah, you've got both rods, Canis Maria, hookshot, bow. You know, you got pretty much everything you need. Why not? It's not the ideal, but we all can't have the ideal for every seed, or we'd all be running like sub 1 hour times, unfortunately.
Yep. And with so many items in there, having gotten everything required to finish it early, he's thinking there's something in here for sure.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go with what the seed gives you, and it'll point you in a certain direction and be like, all right, I gave you everything you need to go do this dungeon. Why aren't you doing this dungeon? Meanwhile, we're seeing Duke now go into Palace of Darkness.
Yep. E-Team's going to pick up his boots. Just needs the small key first.
Indeed. So yeah, two of the more difficult dark rooms in the game are in Palace of Darkness. One is the maze, and the other one, I think the other one is a little bit harder. The turtle room, right before you get to King Helmasaur.
Yeah, the turtle room's a pain in the butt, unless you've got Fire Rod. Hey, there's our lamp inside Turtle Rock.
And Roach gonna warp out. But just warping back to the beginning, it looks like, and try and complete the rest here. So, logic dictated that we had to get everything for Turtle Rock. Go into Turtle Rock, go to the right side, get the lamp, and then go do the dungeons that had dark rooms in it. That was the logic for this, so...
That's a gross logic.
That's evil. Of course, our runners are not going to be having any of that, so...
And there's E-Team picking up his boots.
And there's those chain chomps we mentioned before. They do 4 hearts of damage no matter what melee you have, so... Really pain in the butt to deal with, especially when you only have 8 hearts to begin with.
Yeah.
7, I'm sorry.
Very nicely dodged. Oh, checking the The Vanilla Big Key in Turtle Rock today. And Daaanty figuring out that Ether is the required pendant for Turtle Rock.
Have to do a hookshot cave. Maybe we'll see Daaanty go into...
Sahasrara holding Bombos. That gives Mire access.
Well, so that means that Tower of Hera obviously required for the seed to it's all dungeons, but super required because that green pendant turn in is going to be something you have to do.
Yep, that's a big one. And we are one item away from go mode at 40 minutes. All we're looking for is that mirror.
Yep, so that
or
really,
no mode, I suppose.
Yep, no mode for everyone here. So that gets the question, where's the mirror at? We know where it's not, but now we need to know. We need to kind of winnow it down a little bit here.
Half magic found in the Turtle Rock big chest. Always nice to find.
Gooma's saying what we're all thinking. Mirror's on Laser Bridge anyways. Of course.
Back-to-back heart upgrades for Daaanty there as he gets his quarter heart to refill and the big heart. Now the troll becomes, is Mire in Ganon's tower?
Well, it sure could be, since we don't need it for access to anything, I think.
Just swamp.
Oh, actually, yeah, if we find the book outside of GT, it is, because you still need a way to get into Desert Palace.
This is true.
So we either need the book or the mirror right now.
Roach bombing that safety exit door just in case he takes a death, which...
Yeah, might take one anyways. Not trying to take one, but just because that...
There, that one was intentional for sure.
But that one's intentional.
Refill that health.
But that beetle on the laser bridge there is always difficult to deal with. Just a pain in the butt. Royal pain in the butt.
He's very mean.
Just wants to keep booping you off. Why are you booping me off?
And finally finds the key in the very last possible chest. And Titansmiths taking their turn to dip into Turtle Rock and explore.
So, Aid, let's take a real quick kind of overview of how the race is going here at 43-45, just about. Got pretty close on items. Both teams fairly well-paced right now. Nobody's got at least so I can tell, nobody's got a huge lead. So, still plenty of time for this to go either way.
Absolutely. The one thing is that Daanty's got no dungeons cleared yet. The Titansmiths themselves have 4 altogether compared to the 5 of Immortals, but Daanty's got none.
And that could actually be problematic, even if Daaanty gets to go mode here first, because you still got to go through and complete all those dungeons. So probably going to get number 1 here with Turtle Rock, not Turtle Rock, but Tower of Hera. Saying that because Roach is finishing up Turtle Rock here, finishing up the Trinex fight, using that red potion. Heal up a little bit after that. And tough first phase.
Yeah, that ice on the ground there is gonna hopefully not cause too many issues. But he's doing a good dance here. There it is.
I think Roach has got it. He's got the loop there. And by the way, found the half magic inside Turtle Rock. I think it was on Laser Bridge. Or it was in the big chest.
It was the big chest, yeah.
Yep, so Etium will pick that up as well. I think all of our runners will end up picking that up at some point.
Pretty likely. Medium getting trolled pretty hard by these chain chomps, though. Hugging that chest.
Yep, this is when we were talking about the chain chomps being a pain in the butt. This is what we were talking about, especially with 3 hearts. One more hit and it's back to the start.
Yep, that was a nice little dance.
Yep, meanwhile, I just want to point to the bottom right screen that looks very dark right now. Duke is doing the dark rooms here right before you get to... Oh, yep, you can use the fire rod there.
Perfect.
Getting a full magic canter. Beautifully done.
Very nice. The difference of that room with fire rod and no fire rod is astounding.
Yeah, it's without a fire rod, it's brutal. It's like, okay, I just hope you figure out the pattern they're moving in.
Heading for our first Helmasaur clear, see what he holds. Bombos is held by Sahasrara, and now the Immortals know it.
And Duke is taking care of Helmasaur King using a hammer to open up, and just gonna need one more arrow to finish the job.
Very nice shot.
Nicely done.
Got in just before the dodge.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Roach is in Ice Palace. Looking for that mirror, probably. And Etium is doing the half magic, doing the back half of Turtle Rock now.
And Daanty's checking out the Scam King. Scams us again.
Yep. Oh well.
Unique item is in the dark. Oh, that's the boots.
So I'm thinking here, yeah, Duke's gonna go do Tower of Hair because Roach finding that hint, that team finding that hint is gonna tell them that, you know, gotta do the green pendant and get your bombos now. You may as well, because you're up here, gonna be up here anyways. Plus, getting the Ice Rod will also open up Turtle Rock to do back-to-back here for Duke. So he'll be able to get 2 dungeons done in relatively quick time.
Yep, not a bad call at all.
Nope. Pull out the wrong rod for just a second there.
Etium takes a fall, but took the same safety door. I don't blame him. Laser Bridge, the worst. Refill that health before try next.
Etium taking a fall there. I couldn't tell if it was...
Yeah, that was an intentional.
Yeah, I was like, he was on Laser Bridge, right? So...
3 hearts going into try hard. Try next is not so fun. The right half of Ice Palace not paying off at all, though. Just a map and 20 rupees.
one nice thing for Roach is when looking at, if we don't find the book or the mirror here, looking at what's left. It's already been in the Palace of Darkness, so we can go ahead and complete that and just get that out of the way if it wants to. Skull Woods, there's not really anything in there. May as well go ahead and complete that as well. And that would just leave you with the 3 dungeons that you can't get to right now.
Yeah, there's still a lot of overworld left.
You can do Mire. Yeah.
Mire's available.
Yeah, he's got to do the green pendant turn in first.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Duke, meet our friend Moldorm, as our other snaky friend Etium takes down, and Duke gets chucked into the boards there.
Oh, and Duke taking a fall to the troll. Happens to the best of them.
I kind of wonder, as 8-year-old me would have realized that, there's all these hearts that are right before this room I go up. Why are they all here? And now 30-year-old me's like, oh, that's why. Because it's a trolley boss and you're gonna fall off a lot.
You have to reset many times.
But Duke's getting it done. Meanwhile, Roach with that half magic, that's actually a nice find. Right before you have to go fight Goldstare.
Really convenient, especially when you just got Master Sword.
Gotta be a little bit careful. Oh, he's gonna use the blue potion.
And he gets him down. No problemo. Looks like Etium's gonna start doing some of that overworld stuff, taking the frog Jeremiah back to his house.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best thing to do at this point, because split the difference on this. One goes into ice, just doing that. The other one does some of the overworld stuff, and just figure out, okay, where do we need to go?
Unfortunately, without the mirror, he's got to do it the long way, but that's the joys of co-op. You can learn from your bud, and maybe not have to do the long, drawn-out checks that nobody wants to do anyway. Taking one for the team.
So with everything here, I can almost guarantee, in fact I would say that the last thing we will see all 4 of our runners do is going to be the Agalon fight, because do GT, let Ganon fly into the Pyramid of Power and open up the last fight, and you just mirror and then mirror back.
Oh, there's the book!
Ooh.
Well, that's nice to find.
They're publishers today.
That'll give Desert access.
Thank you for saving me, Link. Here's my script. You wanna read my script?
Daaanty with the hammer strats on Goldstare. Using the blue potion though. Switch to Fire Rod, a little safer. And very easy when you've got all that magic back. Roach giving us our first look at Misery Mire today. A couple items in here to find. While Etium's giving us our first look at the light world version of that Desert Palace. Desert is boots locked, but all our racers have their boots now. $300 in the blasting room just before the cannonballs. And there's the big key. I guess it had to be there.
Yeah, I think so.
Meanwhile, the actual Cane of Berna is in Misery Mire on the spikes. That's just kind of trolly. Could have used it to get it. And the red meringue, so nothing of major value in Desert Palace.
But that mirror could be in GT.
It's getting more and more likely. And there's the second item, just bombs in Mire. That southwest side of Hyrule, a whole lot of nothing. Cane of Berna does give access to Spike Cave, though.
That's a possibility. Roach has got to be careful on one heart. Working way back here.
Yeah, that's scary. One heart without the powder. And there he goes.
Yep.
Gets hit by the anti-fairy. Etium killing Landmole is my favorite way with the Fire Rod. Nice zero cycle on that fight. And Roach actually bailing right out of Misery Mire.
I guess just thinking that there's not really a reason to go ahead and complete it other than completing it at this point. Got everything out of there.
Yep. May as well come back when you're a little stronger.
Oh. Red bomb.
Here's a big check.
Looks like Daaanty's gonna go pick up the book now.
Yep, don't see why not. The nice thing is that at least Mirror, not having Mirror, need to find that, takes out a good number of the really out of the way annoying places that require Mirror, like Mimic Cave or the whole north part of Hyrule just east of Sanctuary. blue rupees and a full heart from the big red bomb today. Titans Mitts taking their first glance at Misery Mire as well. Ah, well, Daanty's doing a check that etium didn't do and bringing the purple chest home. Duke finishes off a nice little try-next kill.
Alright, so that's 6 dungeons completed. That's 5 for Duke. Roach has got 5, but let's see here.
Yep, 5 for Duke, 5 for Roach, 6 for etium, and 3 for Daaanty. He did finish Thieves Town.
I think Roach is going to head up to Zora here and find disappointment. And Daaanty also finding disappointment. The purple chest just turned out to be bombs.
Yep, that's not what you want to see. That GT play is looking more and more likely.
Kind of wonder if
picking up his bombos.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if that's what etium is thinking as well, and that's what they're setting up for as far as completing a dungeon, just going through and getting everything. Duke's gonna go blitz through Eastern here. Has all the items already out of the dungeon, just needs to go to the back and finish it.
Yep, finish off Armos himself. etium finding the second item in Misery Mire, knowing he doesn't have to waste time at the coffee break up top, and go straight over to Vitreous.
Roach is doing escape actually, because that's right, Roach hasn't been to escape, I think.
Ah, yeah, the Immortals must not have gone to the front half of escape at all.
Yeah, we saw Daaanty go there earlier.
Indeed. Unfortunately, he's not going to find what he's looking for. etium heading up to Vitreous on 3 hearts. Probably pretty thankful he's got those silvers right about now. They really turned this fight from one of the toughest in the game to pretty marginally simple. Oh, Ether Tablet check. Just 20 bucks. And with that, etium has 5 of his 7. Sorry. No, yeah, I was right. 5 of his 7 crystals. Just needs Pod and Ice Palace.
Alright, well, we're getting that check of Spike Cave here. Oh, no, we're not going to get it yet.
Death. Oh, he's got a fairy.
Oh, he's got Fairy. Thank goodness for him.
That was scary.
That's... I've already seen that happen once, so...
And it's just bombs. That's it for overworld checks.
Yep.
He grabbed the fairy from the bonkable rock just after Paradox Cave. For that express purpose. Relka, we did see Pyramid Fairy. It was a blue rupee and a full heart piece. Looks like Daanty's heading up to Turtle Rock. Roach being disappointed by Spike Cave as well.
Yeah, I think we're looking at it. I think we're definitely looking at a Mire GT situation right now.
I don't think it can be anywhere else at this point. That's just mean.
Right, so Duke's gonna know that the book's there now, so Sesame goes off to... We're gonna see 6 show up? Yep, there it is. Wait, no. No, going back to 3.
Oh, looks like he's fluting again. There it is.
Yep. There's 6.
There he goes.
And yep, gonna do Mire first. Oh, he's gonna... No, that's right. He's gonna do... Yeah, he's gonna do Mire.
There we go, yeah. Into Mire.
I was gonna say, I really hope that Roach told him there's something in Mire's shed, and that there's nothing actually in Mire itself. He just needs to go ahead and complete the dungeon. Just go mode it.
Yeah, there's not a ton of reason to go and grab anything other than the big key in there. Etium's doing the same thing in Ice Palace right now, just smashing through.
This is where that teamwork comes into effect. Having had one runner go ahead and complete the dungeon, be able to relay that information to a second runner, like, okay, items are here and here, don't worry about anything else, just complete the dungeon as quick as you can.
Coming in here with bombos is always nice too. Blow up the ice block in one big kaboom.
So Roach is going to go ahead and go into Desert Palace now, be able to complete this relatively quickly, and likely able to really relay that information again to Duke that, hey, go ahead and just go mode this. There's, here's where the big key are, just go ahead, there's nothing in here.
Yeah, and Etium just has Pod to go, which I believe he's fully cleared.
Yeah, he's been in there. He just needs to
head down to the basement.
Yep.
And punch a dragon guy with a mask on.
It's more of a reptile, but not quite sure.
Dragons are reptiles. I think.
Yeah. He doesn't quite really have. Doesn't have the wings of a dragon now.
That's true. Daaanty is going to go grab his half magic too. That's a good call. Not a required item, but real solid safety anyway.
He may as well. It makes the Ganon fight a lot easier. You know, you get enough safeties for that already, but at this point, every safety you can get for that is going to make it that much better.
For sure.
So we'll probably see Roach, like right after this, go ahead and go back into Mire and finish that up. And I assume we'll see Duke save and quit and go to the Light World and go straight to Desert Palace.
Yeah, I think that's definitely his next play.
Yeah, if you're Daaanty, you're just go ahead and complete dungeons at this point. Go back and get the ones you don't have yet that you can do.
Yep. etium will find you the Mire.
Very likely, yeah, that etium will be the first in the GT, and they'll have that Mire knowledge of where it is. And the thing that stinks, at least for GT, is, boy, just like that big. It's even worse than the big key because it could be anywhere within the dungeon. It can. Be on the last chest after you fight Moldworm 2. It could be the Mire.
It could be in the rarely opened Ganon's Tower big chest.
Absolutely. That's one of the other probably trolley locations it could be. And like we've seen in Randomizer in all kinds of fun runs. I think at GDQX there was a item that Andy needed in that GT big key chest for his run with Oats and Goats. It was the Super Metroid crossover one, I think, and they were each doing their own game. And yeah, it was like the last possible place it could be. But GT big chest would be a very nasty location for that Mire to be. Totally plausible.
Yeah, it looks like etium hadn't been in pod before, as he is clearing it out.
Yep. Maybe just finishing up some of the stuff on the side. I think he needs a key, too.
Yeah. That's the last thing he needs. He needed to grab his big...
Back here. The mushroom.
The mushroom?
Holy cow, nobody went and got that chest the whole time. The chest has been... oh wait, Daaanty did Daaanty not turn it in?
I didn't...
Daaanty has a
No,
mark.
he did. It was nothing. It was nothing.
Okay.
Wasn't it nothing?
Yeah, I think so. Like, it happened so long... No, he's turning it in now.
Oh, he's turning it now. Oh boy.
I wonder if etium was like, hey, the mushroom's here. Did you ever turn that in? No, and it's just a
piece of art
container. Thankfully, that would have been... Oh man, that would have been such a panic if that had been
that was
all
Mire.
along.
Oof.
I would have loved to hear the team comms between those two. Just like suddenly like loud amounts of screaming as they realized it was there.
Yeah, he's been hanging on to that for a while.
Okay, so now we're out of overworld checks.
There are none left.
At least none that we can properly access. Everything requires the Mire, and obviously can't be that a mirror can't be somewhere where it is mirror locked.
Not so much.
So yeah, I think it's not quite time to put the numbers in chat yet. Not quite, but might be time to start thinking, not typing, thinking of a number, not typing. You gotta wait for the message, guys.
Yeah, I did mention earlier trolley seeds, co-op seeds, and having to fight 8 heart Ganon. Well, etium's on 7 hearts right now.
I think
Duke finishing off Landmo, no problemo.
and etium getting a little bit closer to getting this last dungeon done that's available. So Duke will do Ice Palace, Roach finishing up Pod.
And there goes Helmasaur. With that, etium unlocks Ganon's Tower.
Indeed. And so it looks like etium will be the first in a GT. I suspect, based on dungeons completed, that Duke will be the second. Because he's just got Ice Palace left to do, and he's going to go mode this. I assume Roach has said there's nothing really in here.
Yep, I totally agree. And I see it's already been activated, but it is Ganon's Tower Big Key Guessing Game time. Do you have any thoughts?
I usually guess I had my eyes open on the guessing game that she always guessed 15 because that usually puts it in a pretty good spot where it's likely based on the most number of routes. Someone's already guessed 15, so I had to take 16.
Oh, nice. I always pick 15 just because I don't know about the likelihood, but it is if you go full left side, it's vanilla.
Yep. And I think if you go right side, it ends up being in the Rando room more often than not. I think 15 spits out there.
Well, I'm going to say that this is a super trolley seed and it's in number 1. Meanwhile, you still got to do it all anyways to find the mirror.
My bot's asking, is mirror still required? Absolutely. Needed to flip the water in Swamp Palace to get in.
Yes, we are running all dungeons today. So everything's required, including Aghanim 1.
Which will be the very last thing that we see everybody do. Presumably. Oh, there it is, number 2.
Nice and early. You gotta be happy about that.
Yep. So, Hope Room delivers in a way.
And we are in go mode at 1 hour 20 minutes. We were 1 item away at 40 minutes. It took literally as long to find 1 item as it did every other thing we needed.
if you're Etium, you're telling Daaanty right now, you know where the Mire is. Don't bother picking up any chest besides the big keys right now. It's in Ganon's tower. Just go mode everything.
Yep, just knock it out as quick as you can, and I'll meet you here.
And Duke's gonna head up to GT now as well, so he and Roach will have that information shortly.
Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed that wasn't trolly enough.
Game decided to have some mercy for a little bit here. Roach almost actually in GT as well. Getting synchronized stair steps up the fight. We might have synchronized. I'm actually going to be a little bit off sync because Roach waited a little bit longer for the anti-fairy to get through. But going to have pretty much in sync.
And there's the big key in chest number 9.
Number 9.
Not too bad. 3 small keys heading up. That's easy peasy.
Hey, Fear, congratulations.
Ha! Congrats, Fear. Our tracker for the day. Well, one of 2 now that literally Jen is also here.
So yeah, Roach gonna go ahead and just probably head over to Skull Woods, do the back half, and then it's up to GT as well. Duke gonna be heading into the Gan's Tower area and find that Mire, and we'll be very happy. Roach will be very happy too. So, looking at the dungeons that are left, I think right now it's a slight advantage to Immortals here. Because
yeah, I've got to agree. Etium's ahead, but Daanty's got a lot of dungeons left.
Yeah, Daanty's still got 3 to do. You got to do Eastern Palace, Pod, and Skull Woods. So Eastern Palace and Pod will be back to back, and those will just be the remaining clears for that. So these will be pretty quick, but Roach has only got to do the back half of Skull Woods to get back up to GT. And since we know where everything is, we know that Swamp Palace is going to be go moded. We're not going to go to the left side at all.
No, we're not going to see a whole lot of Swamp, that's for sure.
Meanwhile, Etium is in the gauntlet right now.
Yeah, first 2 rooms cleared pretty easy.
This is kind of the beauty of co-op as well, is these teams now, everybody knows where everything is, everybody knows what they need to do to complete the game. It's just a matter of, at this point, executing and getting things done right the first time.
Absolutely. This is very close.
Yep. Gotta be careful there. Very nicely done by
Nice
Roach to
double
avoid the Wall Master. Yeah.
Still only sitting on Master Sword. After all this time. Moth just hugging the spikes for Roach today.
He's released
That's how to be in his frustration. This is bug on bug violence.
He's got it
There he goes.
And that is a good question. SA pointing out in chat, because this is going to be based on average time. Can Dainty execute to catch up a little bit, and is etium going to have a big enough of a gap if Duke and Roach finish 2 and 3 here? These are all good questions to wonder at this point, and it could go, could still go either way.
Yeah, there's still lots of time for him to be able to make up that disadvantage he's at right now.
Yeah, so looking at the times, just kind of the relative locations of where everybody is. Duke and Roach are pretty close. There's a couple minutes between them. There's a couple minutes between etium and Duke as well, between first and second. And then there's, I feel like it's probably a slightly larger gap between Roach and Dainty at this point. But, if it comes down to execution and Daaanty executes really well, it could definitely chew up that time, even with Roach having a really good GT. And here we go. First Aga 2 fight on your bottom left there from etium.
Not the best first pattern, but he gets one out of it. Not too bad. That's nicer.
Blue ball wasn't so nice, though.
Blue balls is just mean.
Get some nice angles on the reflex there, though.
That's some very solid geometry. There's the best, the god.
Yes. And that was all 3. Yep.
Beautiful lineup.
Triple at the end, very nice.
Now, does etium go straight to Swamp, or does he just do Aga first? No, he's heading over to Swamp. I think that's a good call.
Yeah, it's probably not the worst idea.
Yeah. Duke finishing up the last little bit of his climb. I didn't notice if etium checked these 2 chests in the mini Helmasaur room, but I can't imagine he did.
I would probably say not.
Just at the off chance of it tempered. That's worth looking. Duke grabbed the left one, and it was just bombs. And here he goes into Swamp.
And all Duke's on Moldorm 2. Hopefully going to have a little less hassle than Moldorm 1.
Yeah, and Roach just found his big key, and he's starting his climb.
Alright. So yeah, the gap from first to second and second to third, they're still about even, where it's basically the length of the climb up GT is the gap between each of those runners.
Oh, this is going to be very close.
Yeah, Dainty's on last dungeon as well, Skull Woods. So the gap will be a little bit larger between Daaanty and Roach here at the end.
Going on Skull Woods is nice and quick.
Great.
And Duke on his bag too.
Yep, after this, just going to be the climb up to GT, getting the big key, getting the mirror.
Solid double there.
Yeah, Roach just gotta be careful now. He's gonna use the cannon burner. I was gonna say cane dash strats. I love cane dash strats, but
Not today.
he's gonna pick up the safeties here.
Hammer strats Mothula. No fun when he's hugging that top wall. There he goes. That's a dead bug. And Daanty's got his last crystal. Etium with a quick check for a tempered, but no such luck. Unless it's on Papa Argus himself, then we are only going to find 2 swords today. After that 6-minute red mail.
Yeah, the game always got to troll you somehow, right?
Always.
So, always something. It's never easy. And as Etium finishes up Swamp Palace, Duke is going to be entering it. So that is your time gap between the two right now.
Yep. Super close.
A little surprised he's going with the sword spins here and not using the bow.
Yeah, he's got silvers. That's a one-hit kill. Or even fire rod. But gets him down regardless. There's the tempered. Whew.
Okay, so they'll be happy.
You gotta be happy to find that. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
absolutely.
Man. Just as Daanty's opening Ganon's tower.
Yep. So had a completion time for Etium through all the dungeons at 1:32 and 59 seconds. 1 hour 32 minutes 59 seconds. So we can start to use that to do a little bit of math here and figure out what the lead is for each of these runners over the other one.
Ah, second shield upgrade was in the top right corner in the mini Helmasaur room. Which Etium did check, as he has that shield.
Well, that answers that question.
Roach starting off Moldorm too. Oh, what a save. Pushed into the corner, but pulled through.
And Daaanty picking up the big key, so now it's going to be up the tower for him. As Roach now approaching the Ganon fight. The Aga fight, I'm sorry. Thinking Ganon's tower.
He'll get to it right after. mean, very good use of that half magic. Just taking no time with these cards.
And Duke taking the safe strats here to deal with the Argyle puffs. And remembering he's got the bow, so just gonna take one shot.
Yeah.
And done.
Perfect.
So the gap from etium to Duke is going to be it's consistent with what it was when they came into GT. It's gonna be about 3 minutes, so just over 3 minutes.
Very nice.
1:36.05 for Duke, so he's about 3 minutes and 5 seconds behind on the time. As Roach now will be entering Swamp Palace.
Yeah, and Daaanty finishes up the gauntlet, heading to land mode 2.
And etium taking care of Aga 1, the last of the fights before Ganon. I got a blue ball there. It's getting a fairly favorable Aga 1 fight up until that point.
Yeah, not bad so far. As Duke enters the castle tower for the first time for the Immortals. I like these diagonal boomerang shots with the sword charge going. And there goes Ag 1. Has Duke done GT? Yes. Duke is all done GT, as is Roach. Daanty's the last one just finishing it up, as etium falls down into the Ganon fight itself. With 8 hearts! I called it.
We're getting the vanilla text today, fortunately.
Boring. I want him to be a spicy barbacoa.
What about my cheese facts?
Alright, phase 1 of Ganon's done.
Aid, how am I going to get through today without cheese?
You can't. I know after this I'm going to eat a big brick of cheese. Just to make up for it.
And meanwhile, probably getting toward phase 3 here. Should be the last of the phase 2 sections for etium.
I think that'll do it, yep.
He's got to be careful though. Even with red mail.
Yeah, Ganon stings. You don't want to hug that guy too much.
The pig is he's mean. We get a lot of warps today too, so the good thing is that all of our runners, at least on the first attempt, will have the same RNG. Did you find the arrows in the label? Yeah. This house fellow was holding on to him the whole time.
Yes, we did.
He didn't hide him very well. Ooh, unfortunately, just missing on the sword swipe there.
Yeah, I missed the swipe and missed the torch glitch, but with half magic, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, should be just about done here. Just got to get
There
across
we go.
that bridge. Nicely done. Let's get those GGs in chat for etium. In just a moment here, let's walk through that door. Be the first runner to finish the race.
$139.51.
And now the timer really matters at this point, because now we're going to start to see what's the gap.
Yep, this is really going to come down to the wire. It really feels like Daaanty made quick work of Ganon's tower, though.
Absolutely, has definitely made up some time here.
Duke and Roach get boss kill sync, just different bosses.
Very
as Duke
close.
falls down to his final fight.
So there's about 5 minutes of time between Duke and Roach at this venture. So Daaanty has made up time here.
Yep, just gotta watch that blinking health bar.
Oh no.
Oh, and Duke takes a death.
That hurts. That hurts a lot.
Ooh, that can
No,
change
it doesn't. It
a lot.
doesn't. It does, and it doesn't hurt. It hurts a little bit, and that's gonna affect their average time. But it's probably not going to be too huge of a problem if he executes and just gets this done this time around.
Yep, shouldn't be too bad.
Okay, he's in a good spot.
He's in a great spot right here. That'll be a one cycle of the Firebirds.
So I'm gonna be careful though.
There we go. The scary part's over.
Well, unless you get the spiral bat here.
That's true. And Daaanty down to 1 heart.
Duke is on phase 4. Nice. That's 3.
3.
I think he's got it here just in a moment.
And there it is. Duke is all done.
Indeed.
GG's for Duke. $143.28.
And now the clock's really ticking. Daaanty's taking it slow and steady here. Actually doing a nice job getting a couple doubles there.
Yep. Yeah, that looked like a nice Argus fight. Gets the silver hit. Gets his tempered, and it's off to the last tower. Just as Roach starts his Aga fight.
So here's the interesting thing. They're all almost, based on the times that I have for them beating Swamp Palace, they're almost evenly spaced apart, which is incredible.
This race has ultra delivered.
Yeah, Daaanty has made up time though. It may be able to make up a little bit more time on Roach, and that may be the difference here. That and the Duke's fall at Ganon there may be the ultimate difference in this race. Which compared to the last race where it was one item being found that really changed everything around. This race has been very close throughout. It's been very consistent.
Oh, for sure.
Abs, it's been a great watch. These four have been on a heck of a show.
There goes Ag 1.
And if Roach can get this without any sort of problem, I think this will be the this will be very close, and we're gonna have to probably wait for a result on this. Someone's gonna have to do all the hard math. Alright, phase 3 for Roach.
Yeah, nice use of the burner there to just dodge some damage and kill Ganon as fast as possible.
Now he's getting the warps.
So many warps today.
Oh, he's setting up a torch glitch. Nice. Okay. I was wondering what he was doing there, but that makes sense. If he wants to set that up. A little bit easier to manage.
As Daaanty reaches Ganon 1. Really nice. Really nice pull there.
Very nicely done by Roach.
Quick last hit on Roach. Or on Ganon for Roach. Right, 147. 43. GG, Roach.
So that means their average as a team will roughly be around 145.
About that.
Yep. So, yeah, Duke's done the math. He's in 156.16 is the, that's roughly what I got here for the same thing. The Daaanty might have pulled enough back. I don't know. We'll see.
This is gonna be close.
It's gonna be very close, yeah.
And there goes Ag. The final fight.
Yep. So 2 minutes, 15 seconds is what Daaanty has. Basically at this point. And Ganon is beatable within that amount of time. With that right execution.
Tanking the bats.
Absolutely. On the phase 3 already.
Nice.
Blowing through this. Daaanty executing very well here at
Yeah, knowing he's got the hearts, he's got the red mail. He can take the damage to just kill this pig ASAP.
yeah, he can tank it up a little bit here. Does have to be careful. He got 6 hearts, so still doing all right. Can't afford a fall. Can't afford a death at this point.
Nope.
No. Oh, gets a second hit in there. Oh, you got it. Okay.
There it
Thought you
is.
missed it for a moment. Oh, he went for a double. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh no!
Oh man!
I think that's gonna do it. You're not gonna beat Ganon in
That'll do
45
it.
seconds.
Oh boy!
He got too greedy. He was one shot away. One shot away.
One small arrow.
Yep. Oh, heartbreak.
Oof.
Heartbreak for the Titans mitts. Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, if he finishes
That's
that,
gotta
he probably has a 45-second cushion
Yep.
over the time he needed. That would have been
Man.
like a 150-30. I think that
That'll about do it.
that will about do it. Yeah.
The Immortals find the redemption.
It's going to be win number 2 for them. Titans mitts probably will be... They're still in a good spot, mind you. They're still 3rd. But, man, you really want to force that that 3-way tie just to give you a little bit more safety against some of the other teams that are still below you that can come up and maybe steal a spot.
Definitely.
But, yeah, they're still going to be doing well. And
Gets the triple.
absolutely. I think that's what
There
we
you
want.
go.
That's what he wanted in the first place.
That's beautiful.
And this, like, the time on this is going to be like 1 minute over. So basically, that fall was it.
Yep. The fall did it.
Absolutely, let's get those GGs in chat though.
Big old GGs.
GGs for everybody. This was a wonderful race to commentate and watch between these 4.
Talk about a race. Holy cow.
You get one wish. Choose wisely, hero. I kind of think I know what Daaanty wants. What are you wishing for? Can I have that fallback maybe? Okay, so I think we've got everybody here. We've got another race in a couple minutes, but we want to go ahead and talk to everybody while they're here. So, Duke, Daaanty, Roach, GG, thank you for putting on such a great race, guys.
Yo, thanks. GG to the Immortals. This was...
We don't deserve this.
No, you do.
don't.
We need to watch. We need to go and watch this back because that must have been close.
That was so
I'll say
close.
this really quick. I mean, like I told you guys in IRC, this is why you play it, because you never know what's going to happen. And I know you guys were like, go easy on us, but I mean, we didn't need to go easy. You guys, I mean, you totally earned this one. Like, so don't be, I mean, I'm not saying you were, but don't be down on yourself about anything. Just, go into everyone with the attitude to win it, because you guys got it today.
Oh, trust me, we do. I'm still gonna say we don't deserve this win because you should not have fallen there, and that's just bizarre.
That was just things just fell out. Well, I mean, we had our mistakes too, so
Yeah.
The luck I had in week 2 against Ganon came back to haunt me here. There was the reverberation, so we'll move forward, and GG's to you guys. It was a whole lot of fun, and looking forward to week 5 now.
yeah, also, I do realize I forgot to hit the button after the collection thing. I have it going right now. My collection rate was 127 for anyone interested.
Oh, nice.
Very solid.
Yeah, I've been
So I do
having
have it going, so it's like I do have it for a VOD if needed if the stream gets cut. But as I said, I did realize I forgot to hit the button after a while.
Yeah, we kind of went into math mode.
Yeah, and also nerves. And like,
Yeah, we forgot about the possibility of the Mire being in GT till we'd basically hundoed, and then we were like, oh wait, it can be in GT. Oops.
Yeah.
So,
We effectively, like we said in IRC as well, we skipped the tablets and we skipped the purple chest. We're like, okay, luckily we did the blacksmiths. It's like, oh, there's the book. All right,
yeah,
let's
we
just.
had
At that point, we
everything
just said.
done outside of that.
At that point, we just said, okay, let's just rush GT. Screw it. And if it's in the overworld, then we lost.
Yes, about 35, 40 minutes in, we only needed book or Mire to be able to do all crystal dungeons, and I'm like, all right, you know, if we find it, one of us just watches GT in case it's there. Of course, it ended up being the go mode item, so it didn't matter, but still.
Yeah.
And I know you
That's a
guys
good
said we're
strategy.
like on a time crunch, but I did want to say I want to thank Etium for doing the co-op with me on our team, because real MVP there. Without him on this one, because of the way I was playing, we wouldn't even have had a shot at it. So I do want to say thanks to my teammate.
Hey, I couldn't do it without you as well. So
All right.
I've been having a lot of fun with co-op. I never really played it before, but it is a lot of fun. So I'm probably going to play more of it in the future.
Well, it was a heck of a lot of fun to watch. I'd go back and watch it. It was super, super close at the end.
Yeah, super close throughout. You guys all did a wonderful job. Make sure to follow these four, by the way. If so, there's their links in the. Want to say thank you to them for putting on the show. Thank you to Fear and Jen for tracking. Thank you to Aid for doing co-comps with me. I really enjoyed it. It's great.
Oh, I had a blast. Big thanks to you. Everyone, this was just so much fun. Unfortunately, we got to wrap it up. There's another race kicking off, but this was a blast to watch and commentate, and I'm super hyped to have been here for it.
Absolutely. So, yep, stay tuned. We got more league races coming up next. And remember, someone out there loves you, and we love you too. Take care of yourselves, everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Good luck to you guys.
GG's
next
again.
week.